actually two Varahas. Two Varahas. One is Shweta Varaha, which is white Varaha, and another is red Varaha. So, one Varaha, which one? I'm not sure. I always get confused. So, one of the Varahas, both Varahas lifted the earth from the Garbhodaka ocean, and but only one of them fought with Hiranyaksha. The other time, the earth just fell out of the orbits due to some other reason, and then Varaha lifted the earth and put it back in the orbit. Whereas another time, it was Hiranyaksha who caused the falling of the earth. So it's not every time that the Hiranyaksha comes down. Jaya and Vijaya comes down as demons. So here, it is said that the Lord picked up the earth from the ocean. And I remember when I was a teenager, went to Tirupati once, and we got some book from there. And it was written for like children, the story of Balaji, and the whole story from the Puranas. So there it is mentioned in the beginning itself that the earth fell into the ocean, and then Lord Varaha lifted the earth. And I was making fun of it. I was showing to my mother and my brothers and sisters, and anybody who comes to the house, I was just, so what is this? It's a joke, How can earth fall into the ocean when the ocean is on the earth? So it doesn't make any sense. So when we read these things, we should not just read and forget it, or then believe that our so-called geography is the correct understanding. We should try to understand what is it. I remember I was laughing at Varahadev. That incarnation and the whole story. Very offensive. So, but you see, without the Acharya explanation, we cannot understand. Even in that book, it was not mentioned that it was Garbhodaka ocean, or the whole structure of the universe a little bit, at least some context to make people understand. No effort. It was just said that earth fell into the ocean. What ocean? Pacific Ocean or what? So when we say earth fell into the ocean, then there are many questions that arise. One thing is, what ocean? So of course we understand there is Garbhodaka ocean. So half of the universe is filled with the perspiration of Garbhodaka Shai Vishnu. So do you understand the structure? We are talking all these things. Do you understand this thing? The structure of the universe? Okay. Or Vedic structure, not the modern science. Do you understand what we are talking about? Where is that? What do you say? This one. Not so clear. This is the one? It's not. So small. Maybe for now, this is okay. Maybe this is also okay for now. This is exactly not a full picture, but that section. Now, so there are, this is the Karanadakshayi Vishnu. Why it is called Karanadakshayi? See, the whole structure and the way the universe was created, the whole material world, is so totally different from the modern science. So we have the description in the Bhagavatam and some other scriptures also in our Vedas, Vedic scriptures. Now this Karanodakashaya Vishnu is here. Why is called Karanodakashaya Vishnu? He is the first Vishnu of the material world. In the spiritual world, he is not called Vishnu, he is called Narayana. Vishnu means one who enters. Vishite yas tad Vishnu. So, one who enters into this material world is called Vishnu. So, because he enters into the material world, he is called Vishnu. So, there are 3 Purusha incarnations, Purusha avatars. There are 6 types of avatars, 6 categories of avatars. So, one of the categories is Purusha avatar, where he comes as these 3 Purusha avatars. What are they? Who are they? So, first is this Karanodakashaya Vishnu. Karana means cause. Udaka means water. Shai means one who lies down. Shayanam. So, Shayanam means to sleep. Shai means one who sleeps or lies down. So, the Lord is lying down in this causal ocean and he is gigantic in size. From his pores, as he is breathing out from his nostrils and from his body pores, Yasaika Nishvasita Kalam Athavalamda Jivanti Lomavilaja Jagadandanatha. So Vishnu, these universes are coming out from his pores of his body as he is exhaling. And as he is inhaling, all the universes are destroyed and brought back into his body. So now that we are existing in this universe, this is in that time period, before his inhalation, after his exhalation, before his inhalation. We are there. It's actually being inhaled right now. Because 50 years have passed. Exhalation is now inhalation. At the end, everything will be destroyed. So that is, so the whole universe lasts for only one breath of Mahavishnu. He is also called Mahavishnu. Karanodakashaya Vishnu or Mahavishnu. As you can see, there are so many bubble-like, bubbles here. These are actually universes. So there are trillions upon trillions of such universes. Now ours is one of them. So this is a representation, not to scale. It's not exactly to scale. But this is a representation of one universe. As you can see, the coverings, the colorful coverings here, that is not at the actual size. That's why it's not to scale. It's very, very bigger than that compared to the space within the universe. So anyway, so here you will find another Vishnu here. You see this? This is Garbhodaka Shai Vishnu. Let us zoom into this one universe. Now this is Garbhodaka Shai Vishnu. What is this? Garbha means womb. Garbha. It is a place where it is very dark. It's like complete tight shell. So womb is also like that. So this universe is also like that. Tightly packed shell by 7 different layers here you can see. Earth, water, fire, air, ether, mind, intelligence, false ego. So these are the 8 coverings. So it is tightly packed like a mustard seed. It is compared to a mustard seed, small, very, for the Lord it is very, very small like that. If you could get a full sack of mustard seeds, that's how it is for the Lord. All the universes. Each universe is like a mustard seed. So now, in each universe, he enters again. This is the second entrance. Firstly, he enters into the material world, causal ocean. That is the first entrance. Now, in each and every one of these universes, he enters again. So because he enters again called Vishnu. And this time he is called Garbhodaka Vishnu. Here also he lies down. He likes to lie down. Relax. That's why some devotee, yesterday instead of causal ocean, he was saying casual ocean. Vishnu is very casually lying down. Casual ocean. No, it's not casual, it's causal. So anyway, he is very casually lying down. So half of the universe, here it is not shown exactly like half, but anyway, the lower part of the universe is covered with water. What is this water? There is some leakage from the Karana ocean? No. There is a perspiration of the Lord, of Garbhodaka ocean, of Garbhodaka Shai Vishnu, this Vishnu. Of course, the Lord's perspiration is not like ours, it's actually very fragrant. So anyway, this water is created from his perspiration, and the entire half of the universe is covered with water. That is the ocean in which the earth fell. So now, you can see many names here, many rings here like that. So, many like Patal, Rasatal, Rasatal, Mahatal, Talatal, Sutala, Vitala, Atala, then Bhuloka, then Bhuvarloka, Swargaloka, Mahaloka, Janaloka, Tapoloka, Satyaloka. So these are the 14 planetary systems. So our Bhuloka is not only this Earth, Bhumandal, all the earthly planets. There are many earthly planets. They are all in that belt. So this Earth, our Earth planet, is the planet that is in question at this point in the Varaha Leela. So this Earth fell down from the orbit. Now that is another whole series of questions, because what do you mean by falling down? What is down in this universe? When they stare into the space, what is down and what is up? You have down and up for this land, for the Earth. But if you go to space, what is down and what is up? No, there is. So, as you know, that Garbha ocean, that is the below part of the Earth. And if you see, I will show you later. So, okay, before that, so this is Garbhodaka Shaya Vishnu, right? Where is the Kshirodaka Shaya? Not mentioned here. Yeah, it's here actually, but very, very small. It's too small. So Kshirodaka Shaya Vishnu, there is a planet in near the Brahmaloka planetary system around there, which is called Shveta Dweep. Shveta means white, Dweep means island, white island basically. Literally means white island. Why? Because planets are also called islands. Because in the space, in the ocean of space, the planets are like islands. So Shveta Dweep, white island, because it has ocean of milk. Now here our planet is like a blue planet because of water. Now that is like white because of milk ocean. So there are many different kinds of ocean in different parts of the universe. There is another thing. There is ocean of sweet sugarcane water. You may say where the sugarcane is so much sugarcane that somebody made juice in it. So but the thing is, the Lord does not need to exactly bring out like that. We see that okay, milk is produced from cow, but actually the Lord can even bring milk from anywhere. Anyway, there are Surabhi cows also there, produce unlimited milk. There are oceans of milk. And there are aquatics who live in that milk also. How do they see? Well, we cannot see. There is a whole system. We cannot imagine that everything is like what we see here on this planet. So atmospheres are different. What is that? Vibhuti Bhinnam. 540 of Brahma Samhita. यस्य प्रभा प्रभवतो जगदण्डकोटि कोटिष्वशेषवसुधादि विभूति भिन्नम् तद्ब्रह्म निष्कलमनन्तमशेषभूतं गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि. जगदण्ड कोटिषु अशेषवसुधादि. See that it is unlimited numbers. Vasudha means planet. Vibhuti bhinnam. Vibhuti means, in this case, it is atmosphere, different living conditions. Bhinnam means different, various different living conditions. So Lord is lying down on the Kshirodaka Shaya Vishnu. Kshira means milk. Udaka means again ocean. Shaya means again lying down. So he is doing all this creation, but he is actually just lying down, happy, relaxed. Not that he is very tensed up and hey, what is going on there, what is going on, nothing, not bothered. So, what is the translation here? I worship Govinda, the primeval Lord, whose effulgence is the source of non-differentiated Brahman mentioned in the Upanishads, being differentiated from the infinity of glories of the mundane universe, appears as indivisible, infinite and limitless truth. Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur's English is gone halfway, I think everybody lost track. So his English is very interesting. So it is actually very simple to understand. Anyway, we have explained. Now, main point is that the earth is now falling down. What is falling down? How come it can fall down? Where is the gravity? For it to fall down, there should be gravity, right? Something must pull down. Our understanding, again, modern science understanding of gravitational pull is mass. If there is big mass, then it will attract the smaller mass. This is their understanding of gravity. Then Earth is falling down. Attracted by what? What is the gravitation acting here? So that is another thing that cannot adjust with the modern science. So the explanation is given. If you go back to the picture, you see here, let's zoom out a little bit. You see this hoods here, Ananta Sesh. You know, there's Ananta Sesh here, so many snake hoods. So this is the Lord Ananta Sesh. He is also the expansion of the Lord, SesaNag. He is the expansion of Balaram. Actually, all these Karmadakshaya Vishnu, Garbhodaka Vishnu, Kshirodakshaya Vishnu, and SesaNag, and in the spiritual world, Sankarshan, Lord Sankarshan, who is a four-arm form. They all are expansion from Balaram. And Balaram himself is the first expansion from Krishna. Now, this Ananta Sesh, okay, this is also not to scale. If you read in the Chaitanya Charitamrita, there is a verse which says that the Ananta Sesh, in his thousands of hoods, he is having all these material universes, he is maintaining on the head, and he is so big in size that he doesn't feel the weight of the universes. It's like when you put a mustard seed on your hand, like you won't feel anything. So for the Lord it's like that. But even there are millions of mustard seeds like universes, he doesn't feel any weight. That is mentioned. That is how big Lord Ananta Sesh is. And what is his role? What is he doing there with the snake hood and maintaining universes? He is actually, with his unlimited mouth, he is glorifying the Lord. So Sankarshan or Balaram, he is servitor Godhead. Why is his name Ananta Sesh? This is also explained. So show you one verse. There's okay. Here. Sheta Ananta Shesha Bhakta Avatar Ishwarer Seva Vina Nahi Jane Aar. So Adilila 5.120. See, that Ananta Sesh is the devotee incarnation of Godhead. He knows nothing but service to Lord Krishna. Purport. Srila Jiva Goswami in his Krishna Sandarbha has described SesaNag as follows. Sri Anantadev has thousands of faces and is fully independent. Always ready to serve the Supreme Personality of Godhead, he waits upon him constantly. Sankarshan is the first expansion of Vasudev, and because Sankarshan appears by his own will, he is called Swarat, fully independent. He is therefore infinite and transcendental to all limits of time and space. He himself appears as a thousand-headed Sesha. In the Skanda Purana, in the Ayodhya Mahatmya chapter, the demigod Indra requested Lord Sesha, who was standing before him as Lakshman, please go to your eternal abode Vishnu Loka, where your expansion Sesha with his serpentine hoods is also present. After thus dispatching Lakshman to the regions of Patal, Lord Indra returned to his abode. This quotation indicates that the Sankarshan of the quadruple form descends with Lord Ram as Lakshman. When Lord Ram disappears, Sesha again separates himself from the personality of Lakshman. Sesha then returns to his own abode in the Patal regions, and Lakshman returns to his abode in Vaikuntha. The Laghu Bhagavatamrita gives the following description. The Sankarshan of the second group of quadruple forms appears as Ram, taking with him Sesha, who bears the global spheres. There are two features of Sesha. One is the bearer of the globes, and the other is the bedstead servitor. You know, the bed that the Lord lies down on. Okay, the second group of quadruple expansion is a bit more technical. So the expansions are like this. There's Krishna first. Actually, they're all eternal. It's not that Krishna was there and then after some time Balaram came. No. But it's just for our understanding. The first expansion of Krishna is Balaram. And from Balaram, there is expansion of Vasudev, Sankarshan, Pradyumna, Aniruddha. These are called Chaturvyuha, or the quadruple incarnations. Quadruple what? Quadruple forms. So, this Vasudev, Sankarshan, Pradyumna, Aniruddha, from that Sankarshan comes another second set of quadruple expansions, which is Vasudev, Sankarshan, Pradyumna, Aniruddha. And from that Sankarshan expands many Ananta, Narayana Rup. All over the spiritual world, there are unlimited Vaikuntha planets, which are, each of those Vaikuntha planets are bigger than all the universes of the material world combined. And there are millions and millions of such Vaikuntha planets. And the Golok Vrindavan planet is bigger than all the Vaikuntha planets combined. That is Krishna's planet, topmost planet. So now, so all those Narayana, in each planet there is a presiding deity of Narayana. And the arrangement of the Shankha, Chakra, Gada, Padma are differently placed in his different hands, in each of them. Now, all of them are expansions of Sankarshan, the second Sankarshan. And from that second Sankarshan also expands the Purushavatars in the material world. The Karanodakashaya Vishnu also expands from the second Sankarshan. And then from him, Garbhodaka Vishnu, then Kshirodakashaya Vishnu, so like this. And SesaNag. So this is explained here in this verse. Let's come back here. संकर्षणः कारणतो यशायि गर्भोदशायि च पयोभिशायि शेषश्च यस्यां शकलाः स नित्याः नन्दाख्यरामः शरणं ममास्तु. So all the five are mentioned here. Nityananda Prabhu's verse, this is actually a verse glorifying Nityananda Prabhu. Balaram Hoilo Nitai. So Balaram is Nityananda. So that Nityananda Ram, Gaur Nitai is standing here. So that Nityananda Ram is none other than Balaram. Now here it is said, may Sri Nityananda Ram be the object of my constant remembrance. Sankarshan, SesaNag, and the Vishnus who lie on the Karana ocean, Garbha ocean and ocean of milk are his plenary portions and the portions of his plenary portions. Amsha and Kala. So in this way the whole situation is there. Now in all these five, he is actually a servant of the Lord. If you see, Ram came with Lakshman. What did Lakshman do? He was a very close servant of Lord Ram. Even when he was not exiled, only Ram was exiled. But Lakshman went with him. He was always serving the Lord. And in the form of Balaram and Krishna avatar, Balaram also served Krishna as this time an elder brother. He always served him, served Krishna in different aspects, even when he was a cowherd boy and later on also. So in this way, and actually a interesting fact. So this word Ramanuja is mentioned for Lakshman. Lakshman is called younger brother of Ram. In fact, Bharata and Shatrugna also can be called Ramanuja in that sense because they are younger brother of Ram. But another reference to Ramanuja is Krishna because Balaram's younger brother, that is also Ram. So Krishna is also called Ramanuja. So anyway, in that way, he always comes and serves the Lord. And why is his name Ananta Sesa? Now let's go back to the other one. Okay. The Sesa who bears the globes is a potent incarnation of Sankarshan and therefore he is sometimes also called Sankarshan. So Ananta Sesa is also called Sankarshan. The bedstead feature of Sesa always presents himself as an eternal servitor of the Lord. So the bedding, the bed, everything, even the cloth of the Lord, everything is provided by Ananta Sesa. Now, and where is that verse? So this is what Ananta Sesa does with his mouth. With his thousands of mouths he sings the glories of Krishna, but although he always sings in that way, he does not find an end to the qualities of the Lord. Yes, you see here. Chhatra, Paduka, Shaya, Upadhana, Vasana, Arama, Avas, Yajna, Sutra, Simhasana. He serves Lord Krishna assuming all the following forms: umbrella, slippers, bedding, pillow, garments, resting chair, residence, sacred thread and throne. And not only this is he also maintains or bears the entire universal universe, material universe. Now, you see, this is the definition why it's called Shesha. Eta murti bheda kare Krishna seva kare Krishner Sheshata paya Shesha namat kare. He is thus called Lord Shesha, for he has attained the ultimate end of servitude to Krishna. He takes many forms for the service of Krishna and thus he serves the Lord. So this is why he is called Shesha. Shesha means Sama, end. In Bengali also Shesha means end. Sanskrit also. So why is it called end? What does end mean? So he has reached the end of service, because how can anybody serve Krishna adequately, right? We cannot really serve Krishna completely. But in the form of Sankarshan he can. So in other words, Krishna does not need us. He says, "Oh patram pushpam phalam goyam yome bhaktya prayachati." You know, he does not need the water, fruit, leaf. He wants the devotion. Actually, he doesn't even want the devotion. He does not, because the Lord Shesha is already serving him perfectly. Why again it? And he also has many Lakshmis, Gopis, Radharani. Doesn't need anybody. But he does it for our good. So that's another thing to know. So, Seta Ananta Jar Kohi Ek Kala Hena Prabhu Nityananda Ke Jane Tarak Kela. That person of whom Lord Ananta is a Kala or part of plenary part is Lord Nityananda Prabhu. So who therefore can know the pastimes of Lord Nityananda? So there is another verse which says Ananta and Shesha. There is a description of Ananta and Shesha. I think in the spiritual world it's called Ananta and here it's called Shesha. Something like this. But sometimes it's also referred to as Ananta and Shesha together. So anyway, so his name is called Sankarshan. Sankarshan means what? Huh? One who he is complete attraction. So Akarshan means what? Attraction. Akarshan means attraction. Akarshit means attractive. Krishna is also coming Akarshan because he attracts everyone. Madan Mohan is the attractor of Cupid. So in this way, Krishna is attractive. So Lord Sankarshan is also like that. Samyak Akarshan becomes Sankarshan. Samyak means complete. He completely attracts everything. So in what ways he attracts? In many, many ways. So by his beauty is attractive, his qualities are attractive, his name is attractive, so all those features are attractive. Now, another meaning of the word Akarsha is also magnet. Prahlad Maharaj uses that word. Seven 5:14. Yatha bhramyatyayo brahman swayam akarsha sannidho तथा में भिद्यते चेतस चक्रपाणेर यदृच्छया. Akarsha of a magnet. So magnet is also called Akarsha because it attracts. Not by beauty, but by magnetic field. So that is also another attraction, right? And gravity is another attraction. See, that's what I'm getting to. Okay. Let's see the translation. O Brahmanas, teachers, as iron attracted by a magnetic stone moves automatically toward the magnet, my consciousness, having been changed by his will, is attracted by Lord Vishnu, who carries a disc in his hand. Thus I have no independence. Because Hiranyakashipu put Prahlad in a school of atheistic teachers, and the teachers were trying to really make him an atheist, but he was not becoming successful. So they asked, why Prahlad, why you are not listening to us? Then he said this is as the reason. In fact, he told this to Hiranyakashipu himself. Actually no, the Brahmanas, because Hiranyakashipu called the Brahmanas the Shanda and Amarta who were teaching him. So then he told them like this, but that he is like a magnet. Krishna is like a magnet, this is a magnet. So he used that reference. So he is very attractive for the devotee. But not only by devotional way he is attractive, even the magnet which has attractive force is also because of Krishna, because of Sankarshan. And his gravity is also because of Sankarshan. So actually, the Lord Ananta says, by holding all the universes, everything he is pulling towards him. And that's why they are staying on his head, otherwise they will slip and fall somewhere else. But he is staying there because of his attraction. And that is the gravity that pulled the earth down. Next question. If it pulled down, why is not pulled down now? Now also Sankarshan is there. Why now it is not pulled down and all the planets are floating in space as if like a cotton swab, like very light, floating in the space there. Why? That is also explained in the Bhagavad Gita. गामाविश्य च भूतानि धारयाम्यहमोजसा पुष्णामि चौषधीः सर्वाः सोमो भूत्वा रसात्मकः. I enter into each planet, Krishna is saying this. I enter into each planet and by my energy they stay in orbit. This is the reason. So Krishna, he enters Andantarastha Paramanu Chayantarastha. So by his will, these planets are staying in orbit. It's not anything else, it's by his will actually. So, although we have this explanation of gravity, we still cannot explain many things, even after understanding this. Even the scientists also cannot explain many things. But anyway, so this is the understanding. So, at some point, there was a, and also these planets, the orbits, how they are held, what is the controlling factor of the orbits? This is an explanation of how the planets are moving in their orbits. Tasmin akshe kritamulo dvitiyokshas turyamanena sammitastaila yantrakshavat dhruve krito paribhaga. As in an oil pressing machine, this first axle is attached to a second axle which is 1/4 as long. That means around 31,500,000 miles. So the whole planetary system, the axle, is described from the planet of Dhruva in the upper planetary system. So from there is this like a axle, like a pole, around which if you have one pole, and if at many points on the pole you tie a rope, and to the end of the rope you tie a ball, and you spin the axle like this, then all balls they move around, held together with the rope, and they'll move around the axle, right? So that is how it is explained. The upper end of this second axle is attached to Dhruvaloka by a rope of wind. See, what is a rope of wind? So we can't even imagine this. So in fact, I was actually quite intrigued. There is this thing called polar vortex. If you know atmospheric Arctic climate. So there is this one video about polar vortex. So if you go to the Arctic North Pole,
ice caps. Ice caps.
The North Pole there. There is this wind that moves in circles like a vortex. Avarta. It is also in Sanskrit called Avarta. Trinavarta, the demon. Trinavarta. Trina means actually grass. And all these small things are called Trina. Trina means grass. So Trina Avarta. So whirlwind. And also a whirlpool in the water is also called Avarta. In the Mukundamala Sutra, Dharavarta. Ocean of material existence, and wife is referred to as the whirlpool, which drags us even down. Dhara means wife, Avarta means whirlpool, attachment, so drags us down. So Avarta. So that vortex is there in this thing. So it has some relation to this rope, which holds the planet. So of course they can only see to some extent, and after that they cannot really understand. In upper regions of the atmosphere. But there is some reference to that. Maybe that is related to this, I don't know. So the ropes of wind. So in that way, the planets are held in orbit and Sankarshan is pulling with his gravitational force. So Prabhupada explained this is the explanation of gravity from Vedic perspective. So when this whole pastime there are so many scientific things to understand here. That is very much different. So this is a challenge. Varaha Avatar is a challenge to modern scientists and the whole Leela itself. And we should not take it just like a mythology, something else, just a fantasy, like Harry Potter story, magical things, something happened, Lord of Rings, Harry Potter and all this. No, it is not like that. We should not take it like that. And that constitutes offense to scriptures. Shastra Ninda. Shastra Ninda means to blaspheme the scriptures. Fourth offense against the holy name is to blaspheme the scriptures. Now, we may not say that, Vedas are not correct or not. But we may not have faith in these statements. And we still subscribe to, we take it as one story and that is the reality. We may compartmentalize our understanding like that. But that is wrong. We should take it as this is science. And we should challenge. Challenge our brainwashing, our indoctrination that we have been given by so-called education system. It is given by Western, completely based in an imperfect worldview. So, Gurukul system, they used to understand all these things. But now it is replaced. So we are, don't put your hand like auspicious. So in this way we have to understand. So I think we will stop here.